was the best dick of my life.
Oh, shit. There you go. Perfect. I'm sure you got some kind of an intro out of that. Jay, edit it.
We're here. We're here and we're definitely not queer.
Don't get used to it.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi. So I'm not going to face towards you because the last episode I looked fat.
Oh, shit.
And I'm wearing black. Never again when you see me in white.
Oh, damn. Okay, good to know.
And I might need to borrow some of your Ozempic.
Oh, well, it's not working on me.
Gosh.
Because I gained 30 pounds officially. In a month. 30 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah. This episode is called Karma's a Bitch.
Oh, it is Karma's a Bitch.
And karma is hitting me right now because this week has been crazy.
Okay.
I gained 30 pounds. I had an infection that spread all over. It's not, but it spread all over. Had to go to the fucking emergency room this week. Almost got sued. Had a private investigator on me. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy ass week. But I'm here and I'm
So
alive.
where do you think the karma's coming from?
I don't know. I don't think I did anything bad. And I definitely didn't sleep with that guy, last episode.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I didn't sleep with that guy. I forgot to tell the girlfriend, though.
It could be
Now
long
it's just
karma. I feel like there's that instant karma, which is always the best, but then there's long karma.
I would say the worst thing I've ever done is I stole a Thomas O'Malley the Alley Cat doll from the Aristocats from Toys R Us when I was like 4.
This might be the karma from that one time you almost got me beat up in a parking lot.
No! Stop!
Just
no,
saying.
I did not.
I'm just saying.
I didn't get
Shayan
you
decided
beat up.
to try and fight a group of guys and did the whole what are you gonna do? My friend knows kung fu. And I'm like, you better get your ass in the car. Cause I don't know how many mice you have in your pocket that you fighting, but you got
my boyfriend.
We were downtown.
Beat you up.
It was after I think it was New Year's or something.
He tried me first, and I had a mouth on me, and I shouldn't have.
Oof, that was crazy. I literally thought, I was like, this could be really bad. So that could be your karma.
Oh, maybe.
So you believe in karma?
Yes, 100%. Do you?
I do. I believe, I hate the word karma because it's a little cliche, but I believe whatever you put out in the universe kind of comes back. I don't know. I'll think of something and then it'll happen. And so I get nervous. I'll say something. I'm like, fuck, take it back. Bring, I don't know. It's really weird how sometimes shit could happen. But I also believe in manifest destiny or if you say it, it will come true.
Yeah.
Before I started buying real estate, I would lie. I'd be like, yeah, I own 10 houses. And then I didn't. But now I do. So it's one of those things where it's if you say it as enough times, it'll kind of manifest itself.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. There was that girl who actually said that too with Facetune and FaceApp. She was like, if you keep Facetuning and FaceApping yourself, eventually you're going to turn into that hot girl you edit yourself into.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what Facetune is, but.
You know?
No. Jay?
I don't know what that is either. But yeah, no, that's wild. Yeah, manifestation. So you manifested all this.
So for karma, a funny story that, I guess this will get on the topic of crazy roommate stories. Actually, I'll let you go first. I want to hear your crazy roommate story. Mine's wild. You were there for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a few roommates. When I first moved out here, originally, I had nowhere to live. I was living out of my car for a few days.
A Toyota Corolla.
No, at that time I had a Scion TC.
Oh,
yeah, when I first moved out to LA.
Is that the toaster one?
No.
The
No. Scion TC is the sport version.
Got it.
Yeah, silver too, which I still have a silver car. But yeah, no. So I needed to find a place to live, and I was staying at a friend's house, and then he had a crazy boyfriend that didn't want me living there, and I was like, all right, gotta find a place. And I lived with these UCLA extension frat guys that just and it was 4 of us in a 2-bedroom, and they always they were all so weird and so broy and such
dirty
guys, and then I was the weird dough that was just there. and I remember the last day I lived there, they just
a bunch of boys.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was living there, they were like, we just don't feel like you're vibing with us. You should probably look for a new place to live.
Shoot.
Yeah, because I was just I just did not speak to them. I was just in my own little world. I was they're nerds. I'm cool. I'm like a cool theater kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then I lived with like this super amazing girl, Tyler, that you met at my birthday.
Yeah. Love
She's
her.
like, the punk rock lesbian girl. She's super cool. And then Kathy, which is great too. Which that put a strain in our friendship. I'll never live with a friend again. I've learned I will never live with you unless you are fucking me.
Okay.
Yeah. I can never have a roommate. Unless you're having sex with me, I cannot. Can't even be a best friend, nothing. Like, I need sex as a transaction if you're going to live with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you had a roommate that stole from you your watch collection.
Yeah.
And then
I have the craziest stories with when it comes to roommates. And I think it's just because I typically just let people just stay there and in exchange for, they don't have a lot of money. Like, we have the same type. And this story is pretty crazy. So, and you know this one because you were pretty involved in it. But for everyone out there, I met someone on Grindr who needed a place to stay. And I told him, he said he only needed to stay there for a month or something like that. And didn't have a lot of money, but he would do work around the house and cook and this and that. And like kind of like a little, there's an app back in the day called something like Crash Pads or some shit like that. Or like Couch Surf. Yeah, very much that. And so yeah. And I was like, he's like, oh, I don't do drugs. And this also, when I started realizing people lie. Because they'll paint this pretty picture, you know what I mean? And he was attractive and like everything that I wanted. And, he moved in and everything was great for the first like 2 days. And the third day, I'd had my bonfire. And, oh, mind you, hold on. Another crazy thing, sideline, hold on. The night before all the craziness went down, I remember we were sitting in the living room watching a movie. And he goes to get up to walk to his bedroom. And he's wearing shorts. And when he gets up, a condom falls out of the bottom of shorts. And I like look and like he stared at me and I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I go to like pick it up and it was filled with like white stuff. Like it wasn't cum or anything, but it was filled. And I was like, and like he didn't know how to explain himself at first, but come to find out, he was like in his 30s, early 30s, late 20s.
Yeah.
He had gotten circumcised later in life, like 25 years old. And I didn't know this, but apparently when they remove it, the like whatever, the foreskin, it causes the head of your dick to be really hypersensitive because it's normally used to being covered up at all times, you know what I mean? But it, like, now that it doesn't have its hood and it's exposed to the elements, like if it rubs or chafes, like apparently it hurts. I don't know. Maybe his was defective. I don't fucking know.
Whoa.
But
mine's defective.
He would literally wear this condom filled with lotion because it like literally just walk around in his day-to-day life with a condom on filled with lotion. It was the craziest thing. And I don't know. It's just crazy. I feel like it's one of those things that's if you just stay uncut. You know what I mean? Why go through the rest of your life like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, circle back. Day 3, I have a bonfire, which you're there. And he's talking really loud. And I keep telling him, like, be quiet. It's 2:00 in the morning. We're in the backyard of the house. The neighbors, blah, blah, blah. And I shushed him the second time. And this motherfucker jumps over the bonfire and grabs a chair and was like, don't fucking shush me, you fucking faggot, da-da-da. I will fucking rip your head off. Like, just fucking went insane. Like, Shayan was there, and we all were like, holy shit, like, what the hell? Like, this guy was like, what, 6'3"-ish or something like that, and just like a bigger dude. And he was clearly on like meth or something.
0 to 60. Yeah, he had the meth voice. That's the meth voice. You always know. I have an ex-boyfriend that's on that.
Yeah.
Every time I call him, I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, I'm good. Yeah, how are you? He had that voice.
Yeah, and it was crazy. And he ended up going and like ripping the rain gutter off. And obviously I called the cops. And here's the crazy part. 'Cause when the cops got there, I don't know if you remember, he told the cops that we were dating and it was a domestic dispute. And the cops were like, hey, just a heads up, he's done this before. Because he knew the law numbers. He knew like section 1457. I've lived here for more than 48 hours. It was still under COVID law. This was during COVID. He's like, you can't kick me out. This is a domestic dispute. And like the cops came out and like, he's right. He's like, his toothbrush is here. All of his stuff is here. Like, he established residency. You have to go through the eviction process. And I was like, fuck no, I don't. I was like, he said he was going to rip my head off. And the cop was like, do you adamantly think he's going to rip your head off? And I was like, and I look at one of the other cops and they have body cameras on. I look at one of the other cops and the other cop's like going like, yeah. And I was like, yes. He goes, you really think they, I was like, yes. And then the cops were like, all right, let's go get him, boys. Drug him out in his underwear threw his ass in the cop car. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck. They got him for like terrorist disputes. But the cop was literally like, look, you better have all of his shit out on that front curb by tomorrow morning because they're going to let him go in the morning. You know what I mean? So if everything's out, you're fine. The craziest shit. I walked in. I hadn't been in the room in 3 days. I walked into this bedroom and it looked like he had lived there for 3 years. I didn't know that he was collecting like bottles to recycle shit. There were mountains of plastic fucking bottles in this room. The cops even came to me and they're like, how long has he been here for? I was like, less than 72 hours. I literally had the message from when I met him on Grindr. And they were like, yeah, you might want to come in here. And like literally there was like weed, this, pipes, fucking trash. It looked like he was literally there for years. It's crazy after 3 days. So anyone meeting someone on Grindr or a dating app or anything, don't fucking fall for it. No. Honest to God. Literally don't. The second they put their toothbrush in your shit, that is residency in California.
I know a lot of, I mean, I know at least like 3 of my trans friends, same thing. It's like, I met a guy off Tinder. And I'm like, okay, when is he leaving? Like, they just stay there. And it's like, they're homeless and they're like, hey, let me like.
People do that. There's actually a girl who talked about she didn't have a house. She like slept with a different person on Tinder like every single night for housing. It was the crazy.
And then what was it? The movie The Challengers? That was what he was doing too. The guy, the hot guy, he was like trying to like, he was trying to like stay at other people's houses. It's a thing. It really is a thing. And you have to be very careful.
Love you or I love you? Does it make a difference?
Yeah, 100%. If there's no I, like, oh, get out.
Interesting. Yeah. I kind of see that. But I don't know if I see it because it's you that taught me that, or if it is something in my brain. So you think the I carries a lot of weight with it?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, I love you versus like, love you.
Like, love you, mean it, never change.
Or like, illy, or like, I just know. Say, I love you. Like, boom.
You love me.
Nothing else.
We're just a fucked up family.
I love Barney. There's this like underlying thing that wait, hold on. Lost my train of thought. I stole his snacks. That guy that tried to kill you, he kind of looked like you, but like a little taller and like had gone through like some hard living. So what is up with gay men wanting to date someone that's like, that looks literally just like them? Is that a thing? Like, if you had an identical twin, would you fuck him?
I think everyone's a little narcissistic.
Really?
Yeah. It's almost like see a mirror, like how to use it when we talked on a previous episode. That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think of the Island Boys when people ask these questions. Yeah. Or we talk about shit like this, you know? I don't know if you know the Island Boys?
Yeah.
Tattoos.
They're hot.
They have an OnlyFans and they always make out with each other. And they're like, no, it's not gay. I don't know. I don't know. But I agree with you. Yeah, a lot of gay couples, you'll look at them and they look just like
identical.
They look twins on each other. That's crazy. I think it's just a little bit of narcissism. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a little lesbian, but I feel like when I've been into girls, I've been into the polar opposite of me. Like, I don't want like a BBL, big boobs baddie. I like a girl that's like shaved head, like tatted all over, and like slope boobies.
Slope boobies.
Yeah. Yeah, a little slope. If I'm going to go after a girl, I feel like that would be my type for sure.
All right. Yeah. So what's gay face?
Gay face?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's straight guys who have gay face, and I've always, you know what I mean? Like you'll be like, oh, it's giving gay face. I've heard a lot of trans girls. I've heard a lot of people in general just say, oh, he has gay face. It's giving gay face. Is that just like
in the 90s?
Does that mean movies? They're pretty though, or does that just mean like?
No, like I feel like remember like in the 90s or early 2000s, like they would be like, you know what I mean? Okay. Like that face, like Rob Schneider with that guy with the bartender.
Oh, yeah. Yes, like it's like from Hot Chicks.
Like, hey, like batting the lashes.
Like gay face. Okay. I honestly thought they were just like, you're born with a gay face. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you're screwed.
Oh,
you're
shit.
Too cute, too pretty.
A gay face? I mean, I love a pretty boy.
So I'm probably going to age the fuck out of myself when I say this. But I used to watch the Oprah Winfrey Show when I was younger, right? I used to love Oprah's favorite things. But one of my favorite quotes from her, I guess not even a quote, a saying from her, was when she said, as you become more successful, you discover more family or people who come out of the woodworks who want money. Wow. Like, I get that question a lot of people who want to borrow money, who ask me, you know, how they can make more money, but low-key still want to borrow money. Like, I don't know, like, what are your thoughts? Do you lend people money? Like,
no.
Friends or not friends? I don't know. Like,
No.
I just don't know.
No, just because I know myself and I feel like how do I explain it? When someone gives you money, I feel like or like when you lend someone money or whatever, I feel like it instantly changes the power dynamic. It's
For
like
sure.
I have this power over you and I will hold it over you. And I feel like without saying anything, it just kind of like the dynamic just switches into that. And I don't know why, like, it freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't like when people owe me money. I don't like to owe someone else money. Like, I'll pay it right away.
Yeah.
But you...
Well, there's always that saying. There's always that saying, you don't lend money that you are going to miss. Is that how it says? Or, like, don't ever give out money and expect to get it back or something like that. But yeah, no, I lend people a lot of money. I actually have a whiteboard, and it's like names of how much money they owe me all the way down. And like, if it's larger amounts, I don't mind charging interest. And if I know they built up a rapport with me, you know what I mean? I'll be okay, here's that, and we'll charge interest. But for the most part, I have a really bad problem with saying no with stuff like that. It's so bad. And like, you know, I'm learning to kind of say no, but then I still feel bad. So it's almost like, okay, how about you come and do some work for me, and then like I'll lend you that money. Or because like at the end of the day, if they're owing you money, they're probably owing for their car payment, their landlord, their this. And when it comes to paying it back, you bet your ass you're gonna be the last person to get paid back. Like literally, it's like they're gonna pay the landlord first. They're gonna pay their fucking car payment. I've had a lot of people just go MIA, like with giant tabs. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, it sucks. And this kind of brings us back around to karma, because I'm just like, you know what? The only thing I could think of is like, you know what? Karma's gonna get it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit down. If you owe me like 20, 30 grand, I'm probably gonna pay someone to come and find you, and I'll get my money or something equivalent to that. But if it's like, you know, less than, then for the most part, it's just like, woosa.
But I also just don't understand how someone is just so quick and comfortable to asking. Maybe it's just my upbringing, but like my parents, they still to this day, when I go and visit them, they're like, you can get your own Uber. We're not picking you up from the airport. Like, I don't have people like, and it's weird because even when I was moving, it's like, I just cannot ask for help or for anything. Like, I'm always like, I will figure out how to do it myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I also think that, you know, down the road, you never know who's going to come up in life, and you never know where I'm going to be at, because like I've had to ask for money before, you know what I mean? It's because I tend to have big eyes on things. And if I want something now, that moment, like if I am doing a construction project, or, you know, I need my backyard done and like I want it done now, and but it's going to take me 4 months to save. I'm like, no, I want it done now. So I'll ask for money. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't, maybe that's why it's like, if I was in that position, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then why not? And then you never know, your friend could win the lottery and hopefully they'll keep you in mind.
That's true. I didn't even think.
You know, that's kind of, it's like a pay it forward, you know. I used to have a sugar daddy when I was a lot younger, and I remember the only thing he told me, he's like, look, you never have to pay me back, but when you get in a situation where you can do it, pay it forward. Always pay it forward. So I've always kind of paid it forward, I think, you know.
Okay, I like that. That. Well, I paid it forward for a lot of ex-boyfriends, and they haven't done shit for me.
I don't think those count because you're crazy.
How much money do I owe you?
Oh shit.
None.
Oh man.
0.
This you know how much this studio and all these nice
okay,
things
I
cost
sold
us,
this today. I sold
Let
this
me tell
today.
you right now.
I owe you, how much was this?
$275.
Okay.
I have my accountant right there.
I'll be right here. Ding.
Decline.
There you go. Oh, no, honey.
Yeah, you know, the look you're giving us right now is not very Shayan. You're
natural.
You're very natural. So
well, I was looking at myself. I was like, I look like a
This is Shayan with no makeup.
This is natural Shayan. No, I have makeup on. I have eye makeup on. I have very subtle.
Oh, we're not doing confessionals on this one. Damn it.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
You were gonna be like, shit. No, this is actually natural.
I was gonna come in and be like,
I'll do an episode without makeup. But I was looking at myself and I was like, damn, I'm starting to look like a drag queen. I don't know, I got a little excited. So nothing wrong with drag queens. I do love drag queens. Mm-hmm. But I was
Shayan loves reading to children.
I love reading to children.
Damn. Lisa Mercedes.
That is, should we show Anthony in drag?
I'll show Lisa Mercedes. So I live a relatively stress-free life, which you know.
Yeah.
I don't let things bother me. And
really
even
don't.
when I go to the bar, I say that after you guys probably saw me have an explosion on episode 1. But that was a buildup of a lot of shit. But on my normal day-to-day life, I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, I know that a lot of people will tell me like, oh my gosh, how do you just go and serve all these people at the bar and you're just kind of just so chill about it? And I think that stress really fucks up your body. Like it really takes a toll. I think it, you know what I mean? I've seen what it does to you. Currently, my housekeeper has been having panic attacks, and it's the craziest thing. And I told you this earlier, but she's never had one. And I got a call from her saying that the ambulance was there, and her hands were twisted up. Like it literally looked like from The Ring or something, or one of those like crazy scary movies. Her fingers were doing like this weird shit.
Yeah. And
the people from the ambulance were like, yeah, that happens when you have panic attacks and a lot of anxiety because her mother's in the hospital. She has a lot. She chooses to have 500 jobs. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I tell that woman, I'm like, I pay you more than enough to not do this, but I think she thinks that one day I'm gonna die and she's just gonna be stuck with nothing.
Yeah.
But I promise I'd take care of her, this woman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How do people avoid that? Like I don't know. Like
anxiety.
If I was to tell someone like, yo, just breathe it out, it ain't that deep, you know? Like it's easier said than done. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, anxiety is usually just like a fear of the future. And then it's like a emotional flooding or whatever. Like you kind of hyperfixate on something and then it just kind of like tumbles down for sure. That's what, I don't know.
Do you get anxiety?
Do I?
Yeah.
I have everything wrong with me.
What gives you anxiety? What makes you feel anxious?
Are we getting that deep?
Yeah.
Not feeling like I'm enough in spaces sometimes. Yeah. Or sometimes, I don't know. There's a few, wow. There's a lot of things. Yeah. I would say that. I think a big chunk of my life was always just like, you know, you're never going to be good enough. Like you're choosing this lifestyle and this is all you're going to amount to be. And, you know, no one's going to love you and no one's going to this and no one's going to that. And I think eventually over time, you know, you kind of believe it. And a lot of times, like, sometimes I'll be working towards
You'll never
something.
be a pretty girl. You'll never be a pretty girl.
Yeah, or like I'll be working towards something and then you just kind of like, you kind of think to yourself like, well, what's the point? I should just give all this up. I should just like go back to like my old ways and my old habits and stuff. So I think a lot of that brings a lot of fear. I don't know. That's a touchy subject. We can get into a whole mental health episode about that.
Yeah.
The things that I've had to do. But my earlier 20s, that was the worst time. And I basically learned that depression and all that is something that I will have to live with for the rest of my life. It's like, I always say in my life, like, I'm very happy, I'm very positive. There's always like that dark cloud that just kind of lingers. And I have to constantly do things every single day to make sure that cloud goes away. And when I don't, and I like sort of get too comfortable or I just like, you know, let things go, it's like my whole life becomes clouded. Yeah.
Damn.
And so it's something.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's something that I literally have to work on every single day. Every day.
Wow. That's wild. Holy shit.
Yeah. And it didn't start until I was like, I don't know. I think the first time I felt it was like 16, 17.
Okay.
Just kind of.
But you seem to sleep pretty good though. Every time.
Yeah.
The second this woman puts her head down, she's out. So that's a good thing because I feel like a lot of people who have stress have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell everyone out there right fucking now. You need to sleep on a solid bed. People with fucking super soft beds.
Oh yeah.
Ruin your back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The softer your bed, the shittier you're going to be in the future. You know,
it was like
this is all you 20-something-year-olds who sit here and you're like, oh, I want to put like a pillow top on top of my mattress.
Yeah.
Look, humans, we evolved living in fucking caves.
Right.
Sleeping on the ground. Like, so when people have back problems, I think so many people out here have all these crazy back problems.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I'm like, yo, if you just sleep flat on the back, on the ground.
Yeah.
I guarantee you your back problems will go away.
Yeah.
Because your body forms a natural arch and that's it, you know. But people are obsessed with these ultra soft fucking beds. And sorry, this is a weird ass tangent. So maybe a tangent fucking camera image over here. But yeah.
No, you were the person who put me on because whenever I would get drunk and crash at your place, it's like sleeping on a wood plank. But I would get the best sleep of my life, and I would not.
Well, I use like a hybrid gel memory foam, so like it'll slowly sink down, but it's not one of those beds that you literally.
And
it's
you
not a
sleep
fucking
like
cloud.
You're in a coffin too.
Yeah, I do. I'm out, and I promise you, I have no back problems.
Yeah.
I do like the most every day. I'm lifting shit, I'm doing shit, I'm building shit. Like no back problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
seeing
I think
us wake up next to each other, he wakes up like a vampire, and then I'm like.
Yeah. She's funny though. She sleeps with her tongue hanging out. I'll send you guys pictures.
No. I don't know why my tongue just like falls out.
She's got a big old tongue.
I have this tick that I do where if I'm thinking or I'm tired, I like lick my wrist. I don't know why, but I've always done it. Not that long. I have a short tongue. I don't know.
Stick it out.
Womanly. Ew! Oh my God.
Stick your tongue out. I was like, get out of here. What do you do with that thing?
Nothing. Oh my God.
I have like a snake tongue.
Wait, you do? That's wild.
I'm a snake.
Oh my God, you're a slithering little snake.
Literally a snakety snake.
Wow. That could go places.
I mean, we can zoom out with that.
Make sure to subscribe to our OnlyFans. So, when you're about to date someone, do you look them up, Google them, check their whole search life history?
You know me by now. I don't really date anyone. I have my dog. But I always have to turn to Shayan over here, who is Inspector Faggot.
Yes.
But I don't think besides just going on Instagram, actually, no, who am I kidding? No, I don't at all. I'm the worst. I don't know why. I'm the type of person that I like things to kind of unfold down the road. Like I'll know someone for years and not even know what the fuck they do for work. And I don't know if it's a selfish trait because I don't ask or because I think it's so LA to meet someone and ask. I'd rather just not know. But I happen to know that the escort community has a way of finding things out.
The trans girls, we don't play around. We don't play games because there's a lot of guys that like to bamboozle us constantly. A lot of that being, okay, so there is this app. I want to destroy a lot of relationships when people see this. But there's an app called Mr. Number. And you pay like $2.99 a month, $3.99 a month. And basically, if a guy has ever hired an escort, talked to a trans girl, been with a trans girl, anything of that like realm, they will have a comment left on them.
And what's that?
It's called Mr. Number. And you can leave
Mr. Number.
Yes, you can leave reviews on guys on Mr. Number. It originally started.
I honestly think they need that in the gay community. I've always wanted them to put like a star rating on Grindr or something. That way it could be like, this motherfucker shit on my blankets.
Oh shit! Yeah.
This one stole.
Yeah.
This one used way too much teeth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's crazy. So you always check.
You found quite a few people on there.
Yeah.
I know that Shayan, she put every one of my friends from my contact into Mr. Number to see which one of them.
And let me tell you. And there were a few of them. And what's funny, and this is what I always say, it's always the one that talks the most shit that has the most comments.
Yep.
Because that's another thing. And if there's any, young trans girl that's out there that's watching this, that's like, you have a high school bully or a bully or someone that's like bothering you, look him up on Mr. Number. He probably has a lot of comments on himself for sure. But yeah, so I put everyone's number. And whenever I go to date a guy, I'll see. And if I see a comment, I'm like, hell to the no. Absolutely not. I will
just put
not
their number
date
in Yelp.
But yeah, so if you want, don't try it out. But I was at a party once and it was actually, I found this girl's dad was on it and he had 17 comments.
Damn.
And it was her father.
Have?
I don't know, actually. I didn't check my dad. I know speaking of karma, I am my father's karma. I know. Because we didn't necessarily have the best relationship growing up. But now we're like slowly.
Shayan got her dad's dick.
my mom's. we're starting to have a relationship now. My dad landed in some hot water recently where he, out of anyone he wanted to ask for advice, or he called me and he was like, hey, I need your help. Just like, so I talked to this girl and I did a little something on FaceTime, and now she's extorting me for $1,000. What do I do? And I told her, I was like, listen, Dad, I got this. I got you. And I looked. And even when I was looking, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, she's so, like, she was, like, 26 years old. Like, I'm 32 years old. Like, she's younger than your daughter. It was wild. But I was, like, thinking to myself, I'm like, Dad,
damn,
you're a wild one for sure. And he's a Libra, like you.
Perfect. Librarians.
Liar Libras.
Oh, no. Kim Kardashian's a Libra.
You don't think she's lying? I've had no surgery, just a sprinkle of Botox.
Jesus.
Lies.
Have you ever caught your parents having sex?
Ew, no.
No.
Have you ever caught your parents? What?
I know. It was weird. I was a little perv when I was a kid, though. I would like look into like my neighbor's windows.
You were a peeping Tom?
Yeah, our houses were so close together. Whoa. And like my bedroom could look directly in. So I would just kind of like go and just stare into my neighbor's houses. And like, I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I grew out of that though.
I'm definitely.
I discovered porn. But when I was a little kid, oh man, I was talking about curious, George.
Yeah. I'm still very like penis curious. Or like I'm very like I'm
not
bird
anymore.
Watcher. I'm a bird watcher.
I used to be very penis curious and look for like that VPL. Then I discovered sniffies.
Oh.
Let me tell you, if you ever want to be just completely, what is it called when you see too much and like you're over it? Like what is that word? Starts with the D.
Numb.
Like numb or desensitized.
Desensitized.
Go on sniffies. It is
Really?
just it'll show you a million dicks that are within like 5 feet of you. And I'm like, oh damn. I'm at this point I'm like, all right, I'm tired of penises. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's wild. No, I'll always look. I'm always curious. If we have a meet and greet, I'm gonna ask everyone.
So have your parents ever caught you diddling yourself, jerking off?
Close call.
Okay.
But it's kind of like you're in the mood, you're alone, you're starting, you're like, yes, you're feeling it, and then your mom's like, Shayan, you're like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, I almost killed you. And you're like, oh, it just makes you so mad, right? Because you're like,
so mad.
You're right? When they like catch you as you're like, relax. And yeah. But what about you? Have your parents ever walked in on you jerking off?
Not jerking off, but I got caught trying to put my dick in a Kirby vacuum. Yep. And my mom walked in and it was horrible. It was actually horrible. Like, but then again, there were so many boys in my house. So like, I feel like there was probably just cum everywhere. But like, I just remember my mom was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I literally, the dumbest shit, thinking I'm smart. I literally was like, I spilled a bowl of cereal and I was vacuuming up the milk off the floor. And my mom was like, what the fuck? Like, it was just, you could hear the sound because like it wouldn't fit, but it was like hovering over my dick. You know what I mean? And like, it felt good. But
damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. So now in our friend group, they always make fun of me whenever we see a vacuum. We have in our entire Snapchat just pictures of vacuums.
Wow.
They're like, put a little dress on this one.
You shoot ropes, huh?
Oh my Lord. I don't want to talk about such thing. Since trans girls are on a lot of hormones, do they come?
Like a little.
Yeah.
Like when I come, it's like and then it's like a little comes out.
I know. I remember you told me you bought fake cum one time.
Yes.
To be able to shoot for a client. On
yes. I would use I had a Twitter moment, paid for my car. And yeah, I had to buy cum lube.
Oh,
and
shit.
it's just like, I'd be like, yeah, just like putting it everywhere, looking like, wow, that's so impressive. But it was all fake. No, mine's like a little 90s baby. Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network.
Nickelodeon, Rocket Powers, or Ed, Edd and Eddy. Ed, Edd and Eddy was Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Rocket Powers.
Yeah?
Yeah. Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Wiggity, wiggity, woo.
I know you were born in the late 1990s, darling. did you watch Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, or what was the other one? Disney Channel.
Disney Channel original movies.
Oh, you're a Disney fag.
Halloween Town 2 was my favorite. I still know all the spells from it.
Okay. Yeah. I did like Disney Channel movies. I used to like Xenon Girl of the 21st Century.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. You make my heart go
Or
boom,
Susie
boom.
Q. Remember Susie Q?
Good.
But yeah, no. That's a random fact fact about Shayan is I know all the spells to Halloween Town. Gistum exalius mundus, no stay apello ut aduku damus.
Damn.
I was a very lonely child.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what Halloween Town is.
You don't remember that?
Oh, you do? Okay.
Pab ardi rinidau, anad hednu, aquin adoesni shafnada. And that turned on the light.
Oh,
No, I'm speaking like
shit.
old Latin.
Damn.
Yeah, it's so random.
Theater
Thank you. The 90s were the best time. Do you remember how great commercials
They were
were
actually
back in
the best.
Yeah.
Like we had Pamela Anderson for Pepsi.
Yeah.
Like they were, some of them were wild though.
Yeah.
Like a little teetered racism, a little teetered, like the no smoking ones where it was like, don't smoke, smoking is gay. That was the craziest.
Yeah.
I think my favorite commercial would be the Goldfish commercial.
Which one was that?
He'd be like, here's a song for Goldfish. Yes, this is the jingle for Goldfish. The tasty snack that smiles back until you bite their heads off.
Oh my God! Whoa!
I used to love that.
Mine was go to Cece's Pizza, all you can eat for only $3.99, and then inflation $4.99, and then more inflation $5.99, and then now it's like fucking $10 at Cece's Pizza. That shit was good, and that macaroni and cheese pizza, bitch.
I've never even heard of Cece's.
You've never been to
Pizza.
Cece's Pizza? What were some other jingles? Some other Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolatey flavor.
Oh, I just remember the Doublemint twins.
They were hot.
You are the best wingman, man. Whenever we go places, if I even think someone is remotely attractive, 5 seconds later, you are there. This actually just happened like a week and a half ago with a boy where literally, I didn't even see him, I don't think. He might have been my peripheral, and Cheyenne's gone, and I see her like sneak out the door, and I go out, and the next thing you know, she goes, oh, this is my friend Anthony. And I was like, hey, and like literally a day later, he's wanting to marry me. That's a different topic. But how do you flirt? I want you to tell everyone how you flirt. Like
a lot of people say I flirt like a dude.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Go on. Elaborate.
I'm like a homie. Like I'm like yo.
Yeah. Shayan is the epitome of honesty is the best policy when it comes to flirting. Not only does she have no shame in her game, but she will walk up to anyone and just be like, you're hot. Are you a top or a bottom?
I need to know right away.
Oh, no. It's, are you gay or straight?
Yeah.
And then it's like, straight, and it's like, oh, okay.
And I'm like, what a coincidence. Me too.
Yeah. And Cheyenne will even, oh my God, it's the funniest thing. She'll be like, you're hot. And then like, come here, blah, blah. And they come over there and it's like, are you gay or straight? Oh, I'm straight. And then it turns into like, oh, well, let me see your dick.
Yeah.
It's the craziest shit. Honest to God. Like,
I just gotta know. I gotta know.
But it works every fucking time. I swear to God. Yeah, but.
I mean, it doesn't work because I don't have a ring on my finger, but
Oh.
but I have a lot of great stories to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love being a wing woman. That's like probably my favorite thing. I have this weird thing where I like watching people I love get laid.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
I know.
It's like a thing. I don't know. I'm like that girl in True Blood that like loves to make people have sex. Like it's just I love it. I'm like, oh, I'm in control.
Well, with that being said,
Take all the tops and all the bottoms. I'm gonna put them all together. Goodbye.
No bad karma. Do good things. Pay it forward. Blah blah blah. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye. That's all, folks. If you want to watch more fucked up shit,
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
woo!
We could be stupid and miss.
Like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, like Dumb and Dumber shit.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. So in Dumb and Dumber.